From Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic, this is Poker Night. Hello and welcome to Poker Night, and America presents the Punta Cana Party Poker Caribbean Poker Party.
I'm Jamie Kerstetter, and that's Jesse Abramowitz. Since neither of us remembered to bring sunscreen, we're going to call poker for you all night here.
Tonight's action is brought to you by Dusk Til Dawn Casino, meaning that most of the players here are regulars in that wild game. Shout out to Scally, who helped put this thing together. The booze will flow, the pots will splash, and some words will be unintelligible.
It's a bit judgmental, isn't it?
Brilliant.
Jog on.
Poker Night is brought to you by Sit and Go 2.0.
Is that a straddle lead?
As you can see, everyone in for either $10,000 or $20,000. You might recognize the name John Duthie there. He's in for 10 grand. Timothy Chung in for 10 grand. Michael Chi Zhang goes by Michael most of the time, in for 20,000 as well. We're playing 25.50 with an optional straddle, which I can tell you will probably be optioned quite often. And awkwardly, my ex-girlfriend is the masseuse at the table. This is terribly awkward for me.
Justin, itching to 3-bet.
I don't mind itching.
Definitely itching. Can't help himself.
Papa Smurf over there, Justin Sevilla, in the blue hoodie, is going to 3-bet super light.
What have I done wrong? What have I done to affect you
Nothing.
guys?
It's very good. I prefer it. You know, go for the camera. Just not next time, okay?
Okay, all right. I won't do it next time.
Real hand alert, Luke Marsh. No relation to Stan and Randy.
Had one of each.
It's always a nice thing when you straddle and you wake up with a very real hand.
It's almost too nice.
Well, that was fun.
The 4-bet is $2,300. $1,575 to call. I don't think Sevilla hopped in this pot with 6-5 of hearts to fold pre-flop. This will put the pot just under 5,000.
That was a good read, Jesse. You can just kind of see in his eyes that he didn't come here to fold.
799.
Needles. Look at the flop.
Not the worst flop in the
flop.
world for 5-6 suited.
No, 997.
It's interesting that girl's name is Massage.
It was her calling in life.
Marsh continues here for $1,250.
And then what did you see when you
Very
saw Jack
small
3-2?
C-bet. I think he's thinking that he's going to get the job done if Sevilla is completely empty. And if he's not empty, then he doesn't want to be putting tons of money into this pot.
I'm a good hand against that, eh?
The small bet there can often be conceived two ways.
Don't come off.
One, to get it done. Two, to keep him around.
Just showing him a bluff bet.
Yeah.
Another 9. Actually a great card for ace king. You can choose to take the line of having aces or kings.
And you're no longer scared that Sevilla has a 9.
Interesting to see Marsh check here.
I think he just realizes it's a spot where he's either far ahead or far behind. And you don't really want to be betting in those spots. You want to be bluff catching or folding.
So I assume once you make the call here on the turn, you're kind of committed to the river if it's a clean run out. It's 4 of diamonds. The texture of the hand never really changes from the flop.
All right.
Sevilla knows he's going to need a bet to win this.
All right.
64-25.
Do you bet queens?
I gotta say, if you're Marsh and you're in a 4-bet ace-king out of position, you can't really check call the innocuous turn and then give it away here on the river. So I kind of expect him to call.
It does always give me pause when nothing has changed on the turn in the river and your opponent decides that they want to barrel again anyway.
Wow. So Marsh does fold the best hand.
Show bluff then. All right.
There's the show.
And almost a 20K pot is the reward for that awesome bluff.
I need to know what this masseuse is looking at.
I don't think.
Luke, was the last flop red or black?
Straddle on again.
Black. All black. All spades.
Yes.
300.
Oh man, they're playing some flop prop bets as well, red or black. The people who are truly sick enough where this is not enough action for them, they also have to gamble on the flop.
It says there's nothing that Michael wouldn't actually attach a gaming spin on.
So Michael Chi Zhang just calls with the queens. Luke Marsh now makes it 450 with 2 10s.
Oh dear.
Michael sneaks the limp 3-bet in there. Now 1,800 is the price.
It is kind of odd, in my opinion, to limp 3-bet queens. I don't hate it with hands like aces or kings, but sometimes queens you're almost turning to a bluff. Like if Marsh wanted to put in another bet here, it would make you kind of sick, wouldn't it?
It would, for sure. King 6-5 is the board. 3,700 in the middle. Michael checks. Both players with second pair relative to the board. 6 is pair on the turn.
And I think if you're Michael, you can start getting some money in the pot here. But he does elect to check.
I've never been I'd like to.
Possibly hoping that Marsh has to bluff at it, but we see that he has some showdown value.
When I moved to Florida,
I agree, but
my
what is that masseuse looking at?
father-in-law took the Marlins, they're now the Miami Marlins, but they were called the Florida Marlins. Were an expansion team.
There's
They'd
the
just
call
come into
from the
existence.
queens.
I didn't go the first ever game. I went to the second ever game. And I
River,
went with 2 baseball.
another 6.
Nuts. They loved it. And then,
Love the snap
obviously,
check from Zhang.
I loved it.
Marsh has been given no real reason to
And
think that his hand isn't good
miracle.
and may
The
size
Marlins
up a
were the
nice
quickest
value
team to
bet
ever
here on the
go
river,
from
but
expansion, as in not existing, a new team.
whatever
to
number he
winning the
comes
World
up with
Series.
is
Won the
going
World
to be
Series
the
5
amount he
years
loses.
later. Fantastic moment. Loved it.
Also, what is this girl looking at? Find yourself a girl who looks at you the way this masseuse looks into the abyss.
You had an interesting.
And Marsh
fight.
does decide to value bet himself, $2,200. I don't hate it. I think that smaller pairs would obviously call, but he's just had a really rough go of it from the start.
It takes a lot of skill to play a hand like that out of position and get max value with second pair. Harsh start for Luke Marsh. Should have called with ace-king, should have folded pocket tens.
Sometimes you zig when you're supposed to zag.
That's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Life is a bowl of cherries.
How would you like to play against the pros on national TV? Download now to play and win. It's absolutely free to play.
So much amazing action here with the regs from the Dusk Till Dawn in London.
Makes me wonder about the other half of the day.
No, that's the name of the You know what? Never mind. Back to the action.
Straddle, still on. Masseuse still staring at nothing. Or everything, depends on the way you view our existence. Timothy Chung with 2 jacks.
Raise.
300. And right behind him, Michael, 4-3 suited, is going to 3-bet this to 1,000.
Rags, rags, and rags.
Quick call from Chung. King 10-7, 2 spades. Very live flush draw for the 3-better.
That's for a very small c-bet.
Keith is itching to get in this game. Look.
Quick
Wandering
call
around, look, itching to get in it.
from the 2 jacks of Chung.
Spent his horse, isn't it? Mitch is still in, obviously, then, yeah?
Queen on the turn, kind of an interesting card.
Is he out?
Where'd you
It may
go?
make a lot of the hands
Where'd you
that Chung could be representing.
Okay, Mark, where? How much you get?
Nonetheless, Michael does bet 2,500. And there's a call. 86-25 in the middle to the river. Pairs the board. It is a spade.
What? Yeah, I am.
4-3 of spades. Now the best hand.
If you're Chung, you really can't beat very much by the river.
And if you're Michael and you want to bet here, what are you going to get called by? Whoa.
Nit check.
Nit check.
I feel like it's okay as long as you announce nit check.
I agree. Nit check. shows 4 high.
Sorry?
It must be a big game for him.
Well, actually, it's got a good day 1A. 366 is a very 366.
When I point it off, he's
It's a
going
good,
to say,
it's a good day 1A.
2 tens
say the
for the
good
player
show.
known as Michael.
Yeah, he'll get it.
Maybe the most feared player at this table.
Steaming.
And once again, the straddle is on, of course. 3-bet, ace tray of spades. Justin Sevilla
13, right?
getting frisky.
No, raise or, yeah, 13 in total.
This whole game has been pretty frisky so far. It's good action.
Also, it takes a lot of gusto to 3-bet Michael there, raising in that position.
Black.
9-7 deuce.
60% of that steel wheel you like to talk about.
Perfect, yeah.
Sevilla
Lovely.
has to continue here. And Michael looks like he's going to make a quick call. 42.75 in the middle. To the turn we go. 8 on the turn here. I think this is a bad card to bluff at. If your hand's capped, as I believe Sevilla is representing here, a hand like aces, you're not loving that 8. Michael now up and down with a straight draw to go along with his pocket pair. Or pockets, as no one says.
A wired pair, as also no one says.
Let's bring that back.
Sure. We start the revolution right now. Wired 10s for Michael.
And another call.
I like the just call. Michael picking up on the fact that that's not a great card for Sevilla to value bet, making it way more likely that it was a bluff. Give him a chance to bluff one more time.
And I think he knows he's going to have to. 8's pair on the river. It's going to have to be a big bet to have any shot. 43.50. Makes the call.
Ace high.
Zhang.
I actually said thought about jacks or 10s, Michael. That's what I said, and I said I thought you would not call there.
Justin Sevilla learns the hard way that you don't bluff the best player at the table, especially not while wearing that shade of Papa Smurf blue. This is the Dusk Till Dawn game. These are typically the guys that play over there. This game organized by a gentleman by the name of Scally. Chung, 2 jacks. We'll make it 400.
Yeah.
John Duthie looks down at wired 10s. Table flat. Jack in the window. That's top set immediately. Jack 9-5.
Some pretty fun backdoor draws for Duthie.
That's right. 2 ways to make a hand that would beat a set. Chung continues for 400 and Duthie calls right behind. Another diamond on the turn.
and breathes a little bit of life into Duthie's hand. May also slow down the action for Chung. But I'm incorrect. He bets 1K, which I don't think will be enough to get Duthie to fold.
And there's the call. 4 of clubs on the river.
Oh, dearie, dearie, baby.
Duthie checks his 10s again over to the set of jacks.
2,700.
2,700.
And Duthie has one of the worst hands right now if he's trying to pick off a bluff. He has the 10 of diamonds. That's blocking a ton of the queen 10 type combos that would make sense.
But he doesn't seem fazed by it. He takes a sip of his tea and makes the call.
Nice hand.
Well, $9,000 going the way of Timothy Chung. I think John Duthie can afford it though. So straddle on here once again.
I went 17 hours in the 1K
With this much TV time, I hope we've gotten a release signed by this girl.
I don't think these masseuses do releases.
8 hours day 1, 8 hours day 2, and 1 hour of day 3.
So
And
Chung here, Queen 4
Maybe 2 premium, maybe 3 premium.
in the straddle will defend the King 9 open. Jack 10 Jack. Good shot for Duthie. That's about it. It was check check 4 on the turn, pairs Chung. He leads, which is a little interesting. Duthie has kind of gone from being like not that interested in this hand to now suddenly interested. You can see the wheels turning there.
Right, like you put it, I've had some nice playable hands.
I haven't had any.
That's a bluff.
Every
With that ace-
time
with that ace high, it's a bluff.
Call 3 on the river.
Small pairs and ace, king, ace, 10.
I think if you're Chung, you're thinking you can probably get paid off by ace high type hands.
We're going even a little bit harder on like the shoulder.
Also serves as a blocker.
A little bit of wax, why not? A little bit. I mean,
It's a bet that really can't be raised without
yeah.
a made big nutted
So
hand.
where's the turbo? Is that here? Then?
Duthie going through his options. His king high good.
These
35. 3,500.
Sure.
Decides to come in for the raise, 3,500.
So Duthie sizes up Chung correctly that he's not too strong and makes a pretty spicy river raise.
Full house. Oh no, hold on. No, I've got 9 king.
And John Duthie bluffs
Nice
his
hand.
showdown. And here's a sandwich.
What's going on the stream, huh?
If John Duthie had done the eat the sandwich and then 3-bet, that's way stronger. I think it would have gotten through.
I agree. Looks like we've got a couple straddles going on here. Oh,
Hey Tim, do you talk call
So we have our original straddle along with a $200, $400, and $800 restraddle.
How much more is it? I'm trying to think. 1, 2.
If we came to, if one of us is going to get on
action
his hands,
is
I really should have.
first on Simon Zach, who folds
Definitely
King
thinking
8.
a lot longer, but I don't know about the outcome. I'll be thinking a lot longer.
Simon and down.
1,500 out there. Michael,
His Royal Highness King Michael is in the pot.
he's 9-10 suited. Totally playable, totally raisable.
John has a decision now because clearly when there's multiple straddles, there's a lot of dead money in the pot, and even having a blocker can be a powerful enough hand to try to steal the blinds.
Hi, Michael.
Hello.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm okay.
I haven't looked yet.
I've looked.
All in.
How much is it?
He goes shrug, all in.
Now he's just praying that Michael actually has a real hand. Is he getting the right price with 9-10 suited?
Clearly he's not getting the
guys
right
don't wanna bet
price if he
100
sees his
days in
opponent has aces, but Sevilla's kind of
Get a good
crazy.
price,
He's been
but
really stabby at a bunch of
bet
pots.
you're not getting
And, you know, maybe he doesn't have a great hand. Maybe he's got pocket
bet
eights.
you
Maybe he just has like ace 5 suited or something like that. And that's what he's trying to think right now. Is it worth it to put the call in?
As it stands, he's got 19% equity, so he would need at least 4-1 on a call, and he doesn't even have 2-1.
Yeah. But you could just see it in his eyes he wants to gamble. This game is so good.
Aw,
And he likes money just a little too much.
it's a shame.
Give me all that free money.
It was a good time to put the 800 on.
It was, wasn't it?
Poker Night is brought to you by Sit and Go 2.0. Go to sitandgo20.net and claim your free Sit and Go 2.0 strategy ebook.
So after night one, let's take a look at everyone's chip stacks. Simon Zach, thus far, our big loser, down over 10,000, as well as Vish Maini, Justin Sevilla, John Duthie, and Luke Marsh in the hole.
And we have Timothy Chung off to a great start. He's in the black 4,600. And Michael Chi Zhang, who is just cleaning up the table with over 25K in profit so far.
Tune in next time because there is nothing more fun than watching players stuck money chase their losses. And also, Sean Deeb joins the game. We love that idiot here at Poker Night.
If you want more Poker Night, you can find us on social media, including Twitch and YouTube, where you can find full episodes, live streams, and exclusive content.
Also, don't forget to download our free poker app. You and your friends can have your very own poker night as well as a chance to win a seat in our show. Search for us in your app store and download it today. For everyone here at Poker Night, I'm Jesse Abramowitz.
And I'm Jamie Kerstetter. Bye!
Poker Night in America is brought to you by Kimosabi Mezcal and Sit and Go 2.0. Also, don't forget to download our free poker app. You and your friends can have your very own poker night, as well as a chance of winning your own seat on our show. This is all over stuff, right? Okay.
Yeah.